You fucking doofus. Yeah, listen, guys. I know when the RP gets good because people are jumping streams like a motherfucker, okay? And it stays there. You know, we did that was like what was it? It would have been an hour or two at least of shit that was happening. People were interested in it. It doesn't have to be a fucking oh my god pew pew shootout, bro. Shootout, bro. That's so PogChamp, yo. For people to be fucking interested on the end of their seats, you know, things can be drawn out and be just as entertaining.
I'm out with a man standing in the middle of the road, northbound Elgin, across street from the ammunition.
Imagine a story that goes for like, you know, a day or two, where you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, imagine a server where that happens and you don't, you bitches. It's been a long time since cops actually had a big situation actually happen. The last time the molly didn't work. Keep up the good RP. I love your streams. PS, clean your keyboard. Yeah, my keyboard, my oh.
Keep up the good RP. Love your stream.
Sorry about that.
See, that's what I'm
didn't see you there.
Goddamn safe. Get the hell out of the road, sir.
What would you prefer I take then instead of this road?
The sidewalk.
What is this sidewalk?
To the right, or right in front of you. You see,
you know,
just walk straight.
The side of the road. The sidewalk.
The side of the road.
On the side of the road. That's why that's the sidewalk, I believe.
How do I find a fine stallion which you may have in your possession right now?
A car?
Yes.
Well, if you turn around, there's a dealership. Yep, just right that way.
Honestly, you know, the best thing you could do is go up to a hospital. They actually, it's a hospital, you see. They sell stallions. Go up there and say, I need to be 5150'd, and they'll give you a horse.
There you go.
But how do I get the gold in order to get this horse?
Oh, no, they'll give you one for free. Yeah, they give you everything up at the hospital.
You're good.
Welcome to the new world.
If I'm not mistaken in this new world, the 50 and the 15 will make the 100. Is that correct?
What?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Yeah, no, you get everything you want. It's like a genie. You rub it 3 times. But with this genie, you're allowed to ask for extra wishes in your wishes. So you get 2 wishes, then you ask for more wishes, and it's just infinite wishes. 5 head.
This genie isn't an asshole. He won't
cool.
trick you.
Yeah.
You know how genies do that shit? Yeah, he doesn't do that.
I thank you for this help, fine travelers. For
like
this, I bless your fine stallions with 1,000 quarries. May they fare up our lane in the line of light, and may they live prosperous.
Okay. Have a nice day,
sounds
sir.
good, sir.
Stay off the middle of the road.
Yes, I share that.
Here you go. Oh, hey, okay, sir.
Yeah, this guy just pulled a hatchet out that I'm out with.
What's yeah, let's keep that away, all right?
10-9 left.
Disregard.
It's okay. We'll just, you know, you don't want to scare someone.
That guy's a fucking nut job. He's got to be a myth, right?
Yeah, he's on something. Maybe that spice. I've been hearing about that. He's on something. He's gonna go to the hospital. He's gonna bury that hatchet in someone's skull. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, you know, they're the sort of people that keep us in the job. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to let the nut jobs walk out of here.
Well, that's true. You got to remind people why they need the police.
Yeah. Who knows?
Crack a few eggs.
Who knows? Maybe he'll maybe he'll get 5150.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, no, he's going to murder people. Why did Wayne get them get the 9s? Because there was an ongoing investigation. They don't have the 9s anymore, I don't think. Or it's being resolved at the moment, one of the two. So, police, it doesn't happen as often now because, you know, obviously, people get vagina-like and cry about everything because roleplayers cry if you lose. But essentially, police have the power and always have to hold somebody while investigating a big crime. 1 being murder, 2 being gun trafficking, 3 being terrorism, and 4 being drug trafficking. So if we have reason to believe that holding you on on, you know, investigative hold, we can do that up for up to 3 days. But generally, we try to do it, get the case done, and then let you go. There you go. You can clip that and just post it to people every time they whine. Yo, Etex, thanks for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate it. Kills a streamer's career. Bitch, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. It kills a streamer's career by being in jail for an hour. Oh, man. Fuck, dude. Call the real police. The only thing that fucking kills fucking streamers is your fucking stupidity. I said up to 3 days, you fucking stupid cunt. Listen, man, I've got 8 characters I can jump on and play at any time, and it don't fucking affect my stream, okay? It doesn't affect it. I guarantee if everybody on this server that streams played a different character for a couple of days and actually got into it, people would still watch that shit. Every time I've made a new character, my numbers go down. A week later, they start to come back up. Because when it comes to roleplay, people need to get used to the character. Once they get used to the character, it's not as weird. But even when I've watched Sheer make a new character, it's hard for me to be as entertained as, you know, one of his older characters. Same with anybody in the server, you know, fucking Spaceboy if he's making a new one, or it doesn't matter who it is or how good they are at RP, Penta, whatever. If they make a new character, I'm not going to be as into it to start with. Once I get to know that character, I'm more interested in watching it. People just need to give it a shot, man. Volda and Tuong. Yeah, Tuong's getting more and more popular. It comes down to the character you make, and I guarantee, you know, even Cheng's a good example. He's a funny motherfucker, dude. His humor alone is what makes it interesting to watch, right? I guarantee he makes another character. He'll probably drop in views for a bit. It won't be that much compared to others, but after a while, he'd also kick back in because he has the potential to make funny characters. Sure, there's some people that are a bit bland out there that might not be able to do it. That are sort of, you know,
my favorite part about
I guess
not
as interesting, but you know, for the most part, most of the bigger streamers I think are pretty comfortable with that. In your opinion, how hard is it to get into coding? I mean, it comes down to your brain. I don't fucking know, dude. The quarantine is getting to some people. Am I right or am I right? Honestly, every streamer in the server's been in quarantine for over 2 years now. Kat, thanks for the 10 months. Groot, thanks for the $10. My favorite part about watching your stream is when you can't tell the difference if you're being a complete dick or just a humor. There's a lot of when I call people cunts and shit, I'm not 100% serious. Okay. I'm not actually fucking mad at these people, but I do, you know, like to, you know, be an ass for the for the entertainment. You know, I'll fucking roast myself as much as other people in chat. So if you get offended, that's up to you. You're just new to the stream.
878H.
What was that? I just. That's why shots made a cop. Yeah, well, you know, a cop is a easy thing to go to. I think multiple civs is the better route. Because it's a lot easier to jump from civ to civ than it is when, you know, you just got a cop. Considering we're trying to get more full-time police than half-time police.
I wasn't able to get close enough to catch a plate.
49 getting on camera 1.
But now there's more people in the Cheng gang. We're seeing more you know, Hunter or Clarkson are doing full days every now and again, which is something that never really happened. which is pretty cool. I like it.
Unable to see the car outside. Not sure where the shots was fired from.
Jace is underrated. I don't think Jace is necessarily underrated, but he's. I mean, I'll say Jace is fucking. Jace is good, a very good character creator.
We got shots fired inside, it sounds like. Is that right?
We got a hostage in there.
Fucking sheriffs. Reddit does great with AJ. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that the part-time cops aren't, you know, good or fun role players. I'm not implying that at all. I just think overall the health of the police department. We work as a team, right? Look how good Chen Gang work together because they're a unit that works with each other a lot. That's where cohesion is formed, and having more full-timers benefits the entire group of police over part-timers, and the entire group benefiting more is healthier for the server and the police in general. That's something I've worked out over time, especially when there's a limit to how many police we have.
Alright, that's fine. We can do that.
But at this point, you know, when it comes to people like Shots or Raided or even Clarkson, it's very easy for a lot of people in the police force to roleplay with them when they're on cop. Like I can jump on there and fucking dick around, you know, and things will just go. But in saying that, I think some of the propaganist probably needs to shut down a little bit. Not all the time, but the off switch on Clarkson recently hasn't. It's been non-existent. But I don't think it's much of an issue until we get an update, and then, you know, that's where we'll say, hey, this is the line. We take this serious, and this is where we can goof around, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Newest cops are usually scared to do things. Dude, a lot of the police are scared of doing shit around the Chen Gang. As soon as thing pops off, I'm ready to fucking blast or tase or whatever, dude. Yeah, a good example was the power plant yesterday, you know. Any other group, we'd have been S1ing into walls and fucking shooting. But for whatever reason, they didn't want to S1 and, you know, didn't want to tase when they're out of the vehicle. And I know it's not as fun, quote unquote, but this is where we need to have our more serious roleplay and risk reward. For the you know, for the health of the server. We've always wanted half and half, right? We want Papega action. We also want some sort of risk reward and Monk S, you know. We want the lols and we also want the seriousness. And that's
yeah, we tend to get here pretty quick
that's what we're gonna do.
Guns inside the city, sir.
And yeah, we can't. It's hard to force that unless we've got everybody on the same page. But you know, being on Soze, I mean, we've had 8 cops on the entire day, and I think since I've been playing Soze, people have been around more.
Go in there and take you out. Doesn't that mean he inherits everything?
Because I'm willing to, I guess, you know, if I see something as enough, we'll do something. And I'm not sure all officers are comfortable to stand up against the Chen Gang.
Yes, do not do that. Alright, they're bringing them outside.
But in saying that, you know, Soze will dick around with them as well at the same time. I've definitely had situations on both sides of the situation.
Over to the car.
Oh shit, okay.
What? Okay, okay. To the right, but
right
over
here,
toward the car.
I got it.
To the right?
Alright, we're
Alright.
going
Move
to
my
be
car.
leaving now. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
We're going to leave.
I might hit him by accident.
Bye, Richard. See you at the game.
Only a sheriff would block the chasing unit.
We're heading westbound Innocence Boulevard, 2-door black and car vehicle occupied.
Oh, okay, we are not going to keep up with this car, boys. It is fucking teleporting.
Boulevard left. Southbound now, Carson Avenue. Forum Drive, southbound. Vehicle has stop. It's continuing now southbound from Drive onto Grove Street past the gas station.
What was that?
Turning left
Yep.
now.
So, listen,
Southbound.
I want to ask you guys, chat, okay? And I want you to answer this truthfully, okay? Even if you disagree with police being harsher in some circumstances, whether it's, you know, holding people until evidence is found, or sorry, mate, you want? We're gonna be Western Capital, but we'll talk about this after.
217 is taking over primary, attempting to catch up. 495.
We're gonna be at the gas station here, east under Olympic. U-turn west now, under Olympic. Now southbound Strawberry. Taking a right, North Forum.
There's going to be taking comms here. We are...
Oh, shit.
Out
They
on
went right and straight
Strawberry.
through.
Went straight through. Going to be out on McDonald.
I almost killed that person.
Nope. It is Davis, northbound. We're merging onto Capitol Boulevard.
Hard rule for Crim, big lock. Well, no. The thing is, so listen, okay? You can be held for the nines, but it's not going to happen, right? Most of the time, it's only for like if we need to raid or we need to get evidence within that like hour or so. So really, you're probably only going to face a jail sentence that's minimal. It is quote unquote the nines, but you're not going to get held in there for that long. The idea is just evidence gathering without us having to, you know, let you out and go clean out your houses and all that shit, because that's just what happens. Just let me, well, I get what you guys are saying. Just let me, once this chase is done, we'll have a conversation about it, okay?
No, on Bridge Street, northbound.
You're technically not in jail, right? I mean, you're just being detained while a raid or something is happening. Usually is what it is. It comes down to a raid of some sort.
Another vehicle still in it, merging onto the freeway.
But I want to make a point, which I think
You turn on the freeway like a fucking maniac. Go for box. Go for box.
Who is Box? There's no Box in here.
Box unsuccessful. We are northbound into oncoming lanes of travel. Jesus Christ.
stop the fucking vehicle. You gotta kill somebody.
Oh, fuck. Off the freeway onto a dirt road here. Just kidding. We're going back onto the freeway. I'm going for box. Box unsuccessful. 317 is apparently not primary.
Anyway, they can go for this. All right, so listen, guys. Okay, when you watch this, okay, so regardless of how angry like a little bitch you are, or how happy you are, or whatever, for the last hour or two, while this situation was happening, despite the sin in some people's vaginas, type 1 in chat if you were entertained, okay? Type 2 in chat if you were like, oh my god, this is so shit, I don't want to watch this. You get the point, okay? The thing is, right, you can make entertainment through suspense if it's done right, okay? While not necessarily every hold is going to be as suspenseful as that was, it can give you the same feeling as a shootout about to happen, or, you know, a jailbreak about to happen, or something like that. There's that, and that's what I think a lot of people have missed, right? Now I get you guys have the dispute of, oh my god, being held for the nines is stupid, okay? You don't go to jail forever. That's not the intention. And this is something we've worked on as a police force for a while, but we've stopped doing things like this because of all the drama that you fucking Papagas have, okay? The young fucking idiots who think they know everything because one streamer or one person's opinion is the only opinion they're willing to fucking, you know, have. Because you're naive. You fucking whatever. Your head's up your ass, okay? We can we can make you know, this sort of thing still happen without it being a tedious fucking 8-hour hold with the systems we have. But the problem being is consistency, okay? If we have consistency, and I guarantee almost everybody you talk to, their main problem is going to be consistency through all scenarios, whether it's how raids are conducted, how often you're held in jail, how long your sentences are for. It all comes down to consistency, and inconsistency is what creates the issue. Well, one of the fundamental issues of you know, why is X like this? Why is X like that? If it was this cop, this would have happened. You know, all that sort of shit. It gives an excuse for people to have drama, essentially. And it's not, when I say people, I mean like a lot of watchers rather than you know, viewers rather than the streamers themselves, right? And a lot of the issue isn't even from streamers. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been some fucking toxic shit happen. I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen. But the worst part is people's chats, right? That's where it gets the worst. That's where it gets the worst. When somebody has to turn their stream on, okay, and just get fucking berated because, you know, some 12-year-old's upset, and they you know, they'll essentially use consistency as a big drama bait for things. And that's why I've said with the update, consistency is going to be our biggest thing. And I know also people are like, oh, community meeting. A community meeting isn't going to do fucking shit unless we have all this planned out and the consistency ready. While I know that everybody's going to be like, oh, but you know, everybody's got this opinion. At the end of the day, we value a lot of people's opinions, but there's no point in getting them or forcing something unless we have the systems in place for it to work or for it to function the way we need it to function. And we're close to that, and hopefully, and that's what the update's trying to do. There's gonna be a lot in the update that will aid, you know, a lot of you know, a lot of how a lot of systems work. Well, I mean, rating in specifics and policing in specifics with DOJ changes. You know, everything sort of just hubbing at once is going to be the biggest aid to, you know, less salt, I think. But you know, obviously, crimes and times going up or down hasn't affected anything really. I think it's helped to an extent, but I think overall it's probably hurt the server, as well as the economy hurting the server. So and like I said before, you know, you guys will be like, oh, I don't think we need long times. I really don't think we need long times. I really think an economic change is just as valuable as long times. So a year ago, I mean, even going to jail for a few hours for massive shit, I think that's still pretty, you know, that could be something on the cards, but it's something we'll talk about. But to think about this, right? I as one of my characters, I don't give a fuck how long I go to jail for or my fine, because my character does not want to go to jail. You know what I mean? That's also a core thing that we've lost. My character doesn't want to go to jail because jail is bad. I don't want to go to jail for 36 months because that is 36 months of my life I am in jail. You know what I mean? My character doesn't want this. And that's one of the things that we don't necessarily see as much anymore. You know, instead of a shootout to fucking kill cops and get pogs, we want, you know, shootouts happening, but being like, I've got to get the fuck out of here. I've got to fucking escape what is happening. I don't want to fucking die. I don't want to fucking, you know, I want to be a character. I want to be in the world. I want it to make sense, you know. I can still be a fucking idiot, but think about, what was I? I was on Ray Ray, right? Ray Ray was the biggest fucking Pega character. I literally just talk in my voice and troll. But when we got in that shootout with the cops, it went for a while, but we were shooting to run, not shooting to, you know, have a shootout. Sometimes, obviously, there will be shootouts to have shootouts. Like the bank truck is sort of that scenario. Obviously, it's meant to happen, but not everything's meant to happen like that. But it's little things like that that I think we have lost, that we should try and bring back a little more of. And you know, and I think, I mean, it's hard to grasp what everybody wants, but I think as a whole, most people want character flaws, consistency, just meaning. You know what I mean? Meaning. You want meaning in what you're doing, rather than just doing it to do it. And the reason I state the economy is because, you know, think about the first time you got your car back in the day, or the first time you got a house back in the day, or the first time you could afford to get a big gun back in the day. It was a much more satisfying thing to get to when the economy meant something. You know, right now, you know, you can blow out way too much money and it just doesn't fucking matter, really. I mean, even though guns weren't that expensive, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. It had meaning when you got that. Because not everybody had everything, you know. Fucking 73 people didn't have the same fucking tuner car. Or, you know, that's excessive. You know what I'm saying, though. Not everybody had a fucking tuner car. You had to be somebody to get something, you know. You know, and one of the examples was when we changed the economy for the heist, right? It was hard to get the cards, but it made a lot of tension and suspense for everybody's shit. I know, obviously, going to jail and shit over and over when you did get caught was fucking painful, but it's a good example of how an economy change can change not only the player's experience but the viewer's experience. Because I guarantee, after those boys did the heist the first time, I don't know if Taco's still here, but he can probably give a better voice on that. But from what I saw after that happening, it was much more satisfying to have, you know, success in something like that rather than going to do a fucking fleeker over and over again, or you know, anything over and over again, really. I don't know if he's still here, but either way, you guys as viewers, chat, just try and compare in your mind and just a normal fleeker with a bit of Papega versus the first vault after the update. Just the heist update. How did that compare? Because I watched the entire fucking vault thing. I wanted to watch it. It was fucking it was intense, you know. It was intense. The entire thing, the build up, the getaways, the shootings on the fucking building, it was fucking crazy. And the vault still sort of has that to an extent, but that's because the economy limits how it's done. Obviously, I still think the grind is not as good as it could be, though. But it's the example of, you know, how we create suspense through mechanics that I think we need to work on. And if there's changes like that come in with the mentality of people saying, hey, this is the consistency of RP, this is the consistency of policing, rating, all that shit all come in at once, I think it could be pretty PogChamp again, dude. While it might not be something that, you know, makes every streamer want to come back, over time, I think people will understand the changes. And we could very well go through a similar, you know, system that we went through last time. There's a lot of pog chasing and content creating of a roleplay and actually playing a character with an actual existence. Basically, most people got lazy. Yeah, that's my point, right? Like, I think there's nothing to build to because the economy is so fucked. There's no reason to get to that. And I think as simple as having like a fucking, if you get raided, you know, you lose, okay? You fucking lose. But there needs to be a consistency in like, this is how you get raided. If you do this, you are fucked, you know? You've got a high chance of losing everything. Or a lot of shit, I should say. So even when the police are on you, it's monkey S. But, you know, if you're just fucking, you know, dicking around, you can still have that fun in the meantime without the fucking, you know, the oh my god, the cops are going to shoot me for just taking a hostage for the store robbery. I still don't think that needs to be there. You know what I mean? So you can still have your fun and whatnot. You can still have your petty crimes, but big boy crimes need to be a thing. And have more risk. Doing the vault for the first time was amazing. Doing something like the power plant and losing the situation made it better for me because I would get more hype and know what to do next. It's building up the hype to fail, which builds the hype even more, to be honest. Yeah, and I think, honestly, even if I went to go do the power plant right now, I would be fucking, like, you know, even if I go to kill people at the power plant, it makes me feel like shit is going down. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking big shit. It still has that feeling. And I just wish we can get more of that throughout the server and other places. Only 3 people could do thermite. Yeah, but it's elimination. It's an economy issue, and it's also a limitation through skill. But the economy can still be an effect to how that works, as well. But yeah, I get it. You know, I get it. Yo, Sailor Job's 250. You a coding guy. In your world, everything is logically tied and every line is analyzed. Well, I wouldn't say that. There's a lot of shit thrown together, but there is definitely things that have had more thought process, which is why, my code is not, my code's a mess, but when I go through thinking processes, I at least put more effort into what other people will do in the server. I'll even say it as devs. I think the thought process behind a lot of changes, I will put more effort into system-wise. And not many people really write systems here, in all honesty. In fact, it hasn't really happened. I've sort of written most of it or had an input in it. And it's the same for other servers. There's a reason people will copy shit we do, right? Because, you know, poo-poo. Many people that watch are up their feeling and don't know the importance of criticizing an opinion, especially if it's their favorite streamer's opinion. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's what I'm saying, though, Sailor. But the problem is, other chats are going to get that issue. But if we have the black and white, you know, this is why you get raided. This is, you know, this is why you get shot. You know, it's a little more understood. You know, even like how we breached the bank the other day with Sizz. Shit like that should happen more, but we as police are probably scared to do it. If you let your guard down, we should be kicking in the fucking door and we should be shooting you motherfuckers. That's what we should be doing. And it worked fucking perfectly because we knew what we're up against. We had a higher chance of success because of the information we gathered as police. We actually got to do police work. And maybe having more tools for shit like that could be cool. You know, one thing I want to do, or, you know, dude, we need like, Yeah, I don't know. We need some more tools as police for investigative shit to help with the black white shit I'm talking about. But you get the idea. You get the idea. The single best shootout was still me, Dab, Slim, and Rami in the Fleeker. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I'll say it 100 times. I love shootouts. I love long shootouts. But the thing with that shootout was it had suspense behind it. You guys got caught. You were fucked, right? That was some big shit to lose. And that's why I'm saying I think we need to say, hey, this robbery, big boy shit. This robbery, big boy shit. You got to be prepared if you do this shit, okay? DNA game like Thermite, dude, there's that much fucking DNA left on the ground that we'd end up getting DNA anyway, to be honest. Alright, listen, chat. I'm gonna jump out. We're done 7 hours. We can chat a bit, though. I don't know. We'll go watch Reddit or some shit. Go and look at Reddit clips. But we need to get back to that shit, man. And one of the reasons I think also people like a year ago, I still don't think the roleplay was necessarily better, but we can definitely, you know, there was better roleplay. There's still good storylines now, but there is more of both. You know what I mean? Like Pega on and off type shit. I still think, you know, people didn't value their life for shit back then. People didn't think about the crimes they were committing as a whole. But we can simulate that happening through mechanics. We can simulate the feelings of immersion or suspense through our mechanics, because sadly sometimes people can't do that as a role player. And us aiding that, despite, you know, everyone saying, "Oh my god, you're a dumb fuck." You know, I think it needs to happen. You Bleach Connect. I fuck DNA and shit, dude. I don't give a fuck about that. The thing is, guys, if you do a counter to DNA, everybody's got to be running around with fucking bleach in their pocket. And then if if not everybody can get the bleach in their pocket, they're going to complain about the bleach in the pocket. And then you just have the same fucking situation. You just have oh, it's fucking stupid. I have to stand there for 5 minutes after I fucking shoot somebody 73 times. Oh, I have to clean up every fucking blood droplet. Oh, there's always something. You know what I mean? I think the core of DNA, like, it can be reworked, but for how the server is right now, I don't think it's a big fucking deal. You know, people are fucking walking away with fucking doing whatever they want. They don't get raided. I think the rating should be the end game. DNA is irrelevant to to that for a lot of cases. DNA being reworked is definitely possible, but I need a drink. One sec. DNA getting reworked is definitely possible, but essentially what I want to have as a goal in the update is, I don't know if I'll need MS Paint for this, but okay, so you guys can have a house, okay? Cool. Whatever. You get your house. This is your personal house. You can give keys to people, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stash it in there. This is just your house, but you can stash it in your house. This is your house. You live here. You can do whatever you want in this house. You can use it as a stash house if you want. But eventually, you can, if you want, you can also buy an actual stash house, which nobody knows the location of but you. Okay? So you might think, okay, whatever, it's pretty much what we have now. But this is where we need to bring in the understanding of when we can raid this. Essentially, this thing here can be raided at any time. If you've done anything that warrants a raid, any officer can raid you at any time. This, on the other hand, is the big step up. Okay? Police don't know you own this house. They've got absolutely no reason to ever know you own this. But you will be able to move this for a fee. Okay? So, if you pay money, you can move your stash house. But it's probably going to be a fee that's somewhat expensive. But this is where the police come in. I'm a policeman because I'm blue. I'm using binoculars like this. And I'm watching you, after committing a crime, go to this door. I can now raid you, essentially. If I get evidence of you going in here and afterwards you commit a crime with something, that is when we can raid you. It's literally that sort of yes or no raid is how I think it would be. I mean, this is an example, right? You get the idea. It's either I specifically see you go in this bitch, otherwise I cannot raid it. I just cannot get to that point. I don't see stashes ever being found without lit as fuck undercover, to be honest. That's fine. There you go. That's the point, you know? Police have a reason to use the helicopters, informants, undercovers, you know, narcs, people to snitch. They have a reason to actually look into things. They want to do it because if I find that, that's a big fucking thing. Because you can't stash your shit anywhere else. This is everything. This is your entire living. You have your stash house. That is everything that this guy, you know, your gang member friend has. There is so much shit tied to this. The houses mean nothing. The problem with the housing system is, hey, I'm a lawyer. I now own these houses. I'm going to sell them to this guy. Now this guy can never get raided. Yay. You know what I mean? Technically, we could do the same shit, but if it's done on something like this, I think it's going to be a little more consistent in terms of, you know, we literally going to have a photo of the evidence of you going in this fucking thing, coming out with guns, or, you know, we could be sneaky. We could just pull you over after us even noticing you going in there. If you've got anything illegal on you, you know, because you're a felon, well, that's it. Checkmate. That's just how it will be. You know, there'll definitely be some dirty tactics from cops and shit like that, but you guys have an understanding, like, I need to be worried when I go to my stash house. It's that simple. I just need to be worried when I go here. I need to be smart about this one maneuver. Instead of like, oh, hey man, you shot somebody and they decided to perma with their perma dick. I'm gonna raid you now. You know what I mean? Like that's the consistency I think we need. 1 second. The door. So it's obviously an example. Oh, we need fly spray. Baby Jack. Oh. It's obviously, it's not, this isn't exactly how it's going to work, but you get the idea, right? If you guys know exactly why you're raided, how it happens, there's got to be less aids behind it. You know what I mean? And what we're doing is literally simplifying how the shit works. I don't know how we're going to limit car stashes, like trunks and shit, but I don't like the idea of people storing shit in their cars. Like, it has to be your house or a stash house. That's what we're going to do, because it's also going to give us the benefit of not having to hold you for the nines for fucking 5 years to go through 18 different cars, your apartments, your fucking, you know, your home house, you know, all that other fucking annoying shit, essentially. But yeah, that's generally the idea I want to go with in terms of raiding. That's pretty much what we want to go. But once you get raided, guys, you know, you got depending on how harsh it is, there might even be systems where we can you know, lock down a premises or something like that while it's under investigation. Well, I don't know what that is. I can't remember what I was drawing, but it is now a dick in a box, yeah. But we'll work out how we do it. But essentially, once this gets raided, right, it's gone. Everything in it is deleted. You are fucked. Everything that your gang had in there was deleted. It's gone. Over. Kapush. You have to start over. And whether or not we make you store your money in here instead of banks is also maybe something we do. I don't know. We'll work out how we're going to do that. But essentially, we want the line to be drawn. Okay, we want the line to be drawn, and the consistency is what people talk about. We want you to know why and how. Essentially, it'll come down to you guys being smart. And like I said, if you think you're getting snooped after, you can literally change it at nighttime, but it's going to be costly. You won't have to you won't have to transport everything, but essentially you could probably walk up to it, say, hey, I want this moved, pay XX amount, then 24 hours it moves to the new location. But there's probably there'd probably be a timer or something, so it's not like fucking I move it to Japan instantly, but you get the idea. So even if you have that feeling or you just want to be comfortable with it, and also when you guys are like, oh, what if police metagame? The thing is, if you guys are smart, even if a police metagamed this location, they need to take a photo of you going in this shit. So, you should always be thinking, this is my place. I don't want police around. So, you can sort of, cover your tracks. It just sounds like a warehouse. That's literally what I fucking said at the start, you fucking doofus. Fucking fuck me, dude. All right. It doesn't matter what it's like. The point is the how the raid begins is the thing we're going with. All right, let's have a look at the Molly Moles.
823.
Classic Ronnie, fucking good job.
I missed him in the crowd. I missed him in the crowd.
Where's the camera guy that said his camera got burnt, chat? Is that him over here? I don't think he even had his camera out. Oh no, he did. He was filming that shit. Yeah, he didn't even get hit. He must have just not be streaming or something. At least we had some good roleplay. Is there a place on Discord where you can share ideas? Yeah, it's called $5,000 to my PayPal and TTS. Trust me, dude, if you start giving ideas on Discord, I'm gonna fucking just close it, okay? I can't be fucking bothered. I cannot be fucking bothered. Sorry, bro.
As number 2 in command of the Sand Gang, just get in the car.
If you want people to be there, you gotta whip like a madman and pull up to them. And then whip off. It's an art.
Sorry, guys.
What about more civ jobs? Yeah, we got ideas for that too. Essentially making criminals require civs, similar to like how Taco works, but not as aids. Oh, here we go. Let's watch the metagaming.
I mean, part of me wants to fucking, go to auto myself.
The fuck happened to his head, dude?
Fucking tell him I want my deal back. I want my job back. But I mean, you would probably know how that would go down. That's why I wanted to, fill you in, I guess.
I mean, Auto's a sleazy scumbag, but if it's your business, it's your business. I just wouldn't trust him with a 10-foot pole, man. That guy's crazy. He's literally batshit crazy.
But if it came to it, I mean, do you think I could take the fight to him?
How are you gonna say Otto is untrustworthy? Literally the first time I deal you 1 brick of cocaine, you tried to fucking steal it, okay?
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck does Otto have? Cocaine.
Those were the 2 names that I was given. Yeah, those were the 2 names that I was.
Why is his voice scuffed?
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck does Otto have? Cocaine.
Why is that your internet dying?
Given. Yeah, those were the 2 names that I was given to look into.
Yeah, I did plant. This is also the shit I was talking about earlier. How everyone thinks the roleplay was serious back then. The entire reason this happened is because you guys couldn't take fucking 30 seconds out of your life to find out who you were kidnapping. If you make it so crims can't use the bank, you could create tons of banker jobs. I simped. No, I roleplayed. I don't fucking simp Kiwo, dude. I don't simp Kiwo, dude. Don't barely even talk to her.
So. Hi, Koil. Thank you for 55 months.
I'm not you fucking. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not a simp.
How you doing?
I'm not a
I'm
simp.
tired. I'm a sleepy bunny, but I got paid.
Oh yeah, I'm a simp. That's sort of rude going into someone's channel and then and then just closing the stream. You even know her emotes? Hey, listen, all right. She was she was role playing on A3L, okay? When A3L was a thing, the lyric days of A3L. I don't know if you guys watched lyric back then, but they are the days. They are the days from. I think I'm sub to Mac longer. So look at Mac stream. Oh, there we go. 65 months. See, I'm not a. There you go. 65 months. That's how's that for the fucking length of a sump? That was all. This was actually A3L. Keyword would have been like CG, I guess. That would have been about a year after. Oh shit, he's got to think I'm calling him a simp. That came out wrong. I was calling myself that, by the way, you simp. There we go. Now he knows I was also calling him a simp. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying, but you know, I fucking forgot what were we even talking about, chat? I don't even know what I was talking about. We just went on a fucking random walk through the fucking planet to go look at random shit.